Hi gentlemen, this is Mr. Holding. This quick video is just to give you some advice and help regarding your Year 8 Semester 2 assignment on church history. Okay, so as per normal, okay, it's important to read through your task sheet in detail so you know exactly what the task asks of you. So because if you don't know that, then you obviously can't complete it to a high standard. All right, so we're going to go through this now and hopefully clear everything up so you know exactly what's required of you. Okay, so I've got my highlighter and I'm going to go through and read along with you, and hopefully you've got yours now and you can go through it together. Okay, so brief description of the cast. Basically, the question is, who are the key reformers in the Catholic Church between 1650 and 1750 CE? And what was their message? Okay, so as you know, in class we've been looking at a lot of different reformers in the church, the impact they had on the church and the lasting legacy. So this is what this assignment is. Okay, so the genre is an analysis and a presentation. All right, and your job. Okay, so this section here is pretty much telling you what you need to do. Okay, so we'll go through step by step. So first of all, it says select two. That's an important thing. So you have to make the selection. Select two of the following events or people involved in the Catholic Church between those dates, and there's a list of 10 different people, individuals, or events that occurred in the life of the church that have had a lasting impact. Okay, hopefully you'll be familiar with all of them, if not most of them. Okay, and you can go through and go. So, for example, you might like to do Joan of Arc and Martin Luther. Okay, or you might do the East-West Schism and the Spanish Inquisition. All right, it's up to you what you choose. All right, but whatever it is, make sure you choose it. Then you're going to use that to help target your research. All right. Once you've done that and you've made your selection of two things, all right, your job is then to write a paragraph of 300 to 350 words about each person or event. So in total, you're going to have to do two paragraphs, one for your first choice and then one for your second choice. And for each of those, you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. All right, the first thing you're going to do is analyze and describe the event or the life of the person. Okay, and so the cognitive verbs there, okay, is to analyze and describe. Okay, my pen's a bit problematic there. Okay, analyze and describe. Okay, what's going on? Who was it? What happened? Okay, what did they do? Why did they do it? Explain. Okay, again, there's the verb there. Explain how the event or the actions of the individual influenced the Catholic Church at that time. Not now, but at the time. Okay, so when Martin Luther did what he did, what was the immediate effect on the church in his time? Okay, so you need to explain that. Why was it so noteworthy? Why did it cause an uproar, if that's what happened? And then finally, evaluate what has been the legacy of that person or event for the Catholic Church. All right. Today, what's been the lasting impact of what Martin Luther did? What is the impact of St. Francis of Assisi? What is happening today? What's been the lasting legacy, all right, of what that particular person or that particular event did? Okay, so you do that for your first one. That's your first paragraph, and then you do it for the second part, which is your second paragraph. So whichever two you choose, you do a paragraph each. Note it says paragraph. Okay, and you want paragraph answers, which means you don't need to do an introduction, you don't need to do a conclusion. It should be, everything should be in a single paragraph, and it's important that you follow that. All right, finally, you've got some more clarifiers here as to what you need to do. All right, sorry, before I do that, I'll just show you this on the library webpage. Okay, you'll see here, we're on the Marist website. Okay, you need to go to the Learning Framework. Okay, and then here are the three different types of or groups of cognitive verbs. So retrieval and comprehension, analytical processing, and knowledge utilization. So back to these verbs. it's important you know what these verbs mean. And you can come here on the website, whether it's this assignment or any others, and you can actually find them. All right, so the first one was analyze and describe. So we'll find analyze here. Analyze, and that's what it means to analyze, to dissect and ascertain and examine constituent parts and or their relationship, break down or examine in order to identify the essential elements, features, components or structure, determine the logic or reasonableness of information, to examine or consider something in order to explain and interpret it. Okay, I would argue that that would probably be the section that they're asking for us to do in this assignment, and for the purpose of finding meaning or relationship. So that is what analyze means. Okay, to describe would be more back here. There we go. To describe, to give an account or of a situation, event. So for the first section, you need to analyze and describe the event. Next one you need to do is explain. All right, and your explain, nope, not in this one. Find which one it is. Explore, experiment, nope. Where is he? Explain. Okay, so it's a part of retrieval and comprehension. Make an idea or situation plain or clear by describing it in more detail or revealing relevant facts, given an account, provide additional information. Okay, and then finally evaluate. Now evaluate's a pretty high level one, all right, which is why it's in knowledge utilization, your use of knowledge. It's one thing to have the knowledge, but how can you use it? All right, make an appraisal by weighing up or assessing strengths, implications and limitations, make judgment about ideas, works, solutions or methods in relation to selecting criteria, examine and determine the merit and value or significance of something based on criteria. Okay, so certainly this last section here is going to be where the higher order thinking is. Okay, so you need to use the knowledge you've gained in these first couple of sections, all right, and make decisions about the lasting impact of that particular person or that particular movement has had on the Catholic Church, all right, or the Church in general. Next of all, just in general, you must include in-text references for each of your chosen paragraphs and a reference list. So first of all, you need to do some research, find some credible researchers, again, using the wonderful library page. Okay, use the, better go MySQL JavaScript, the main page, databases. Okay, there are lots of them available to you. Okay, history, there will be some student research center. Okay, lots of different things. You need to decide which one is the most applicable to you, Encyclopedia Britannica, but each of those are going to give you credible sources, not simply a PowerPoint. Okay, so when you use them, make sure you reference them to the surname followed by the date, and then of course you do a complete bibliography. All right, your paragraphs will be used in children's history book on a Catholic Church history, so your audience is going to be children, so someone about your age. So you don't need to be writing it for a university scholar. You're also not writing it for toddlers. You're writing it for someone about your age. And your paragraph answers must be submitted to Turnitin and a receipt attached to your hard copy. Okay, so your assignment is due on the 19th. All right, so on the 18th, you probably need to submit it so that you can print off your receipt, attach it to the copy of your assignment and hand it in on the due date on the 19th. Now, don't be one of those students who rocks up to class expecting to go and print it, because I'm assuming for most people the teacher's answer will be no. So be organised, show your teacher you're organised, make sure you've got a clean task sheet attached to the front, you've got a good copy of it, make sure you check your formatting before you submit it, you attach your Turnitin receipt, okay, and you've done your in-text referencing, your bibliography, and it's all ready to go. All right, so very quickly, this is the way you're marked. You've got more details through here, so you can see minimum is 600 to 750 words. So you'll notice 2 paragraphs of 350 words. You're going to have about 4 weeks, and there's some more information about it then. The standard assessment and drafting policy, okay, and then we've got our marking criteria. Now I'll do a little bit of a video on this specific to that, because it'll take a bit of time, but hopefully so far you've found this helpful. All right, make sure you take your time, you know what you're doing, and then hopefully all the effort will pay off in the end. Okay, hope you found this useful.